Hi everybody. So this is the first video for 2026. So how's your New Year break? How have you been refreshed? I hope so. And some of you make a New Year resolution for 2026, and some of you don't. I don't know which one is better, but in order to achieve some big goal, you have to break it down to small goals. And for the New Year resolution, it's usually a resolution for an 1 year of the span. Now, and most of the people put a very aggressive goal for 1 year, 1 year progress, and in most of the case, they miss it, and they miss it because they miss it. They usually tends to quit to make a resolution because it seems like it doesn't make sense, and it seems like it's meaningless. But if you put set the New Year resolution, if you want to make New Year resolution, you want to put something you can achieve almost certainly, and it not sounds sexy, but it is important. It is important, and you want to make it consistent. You want to make it consistent for the coming 10 years or 20 years or 30, 50 years. That is that is what the resolution meant. You want to build stack it, and year by year, and so that you can grow based on that base. So this year, maybe most of you have lived more than 10 years, I guess. So looking back 10 years ago, have you ever imagined where you are right now? I don't. I don't have any predictability, even my future, even for my future, and it is very difficult to predict the future unless you make the future. So most easiest way to predict the future is to make the future, to create the future by yourself. That is the most easiest way to predict the the future. Now, to make a resolution for 10 years ahead, it is very difficult, but it's usually bring you to the exponential growth, exponential progress. So most of the case, like Tony Robbins says, most of the people underestimate their growth in 10 years of time. So in order to achieve such kind of amazing progress in 10 years, you're gonna make it consistent and easy to promise progress in for 1 year, and it's stack it for every year. Okay, so you do one thing consistent this year, and you're gonna add it next year, and you're gonna third one. You gotta add a third one, and a 3 years, and in years by years, and so on and so on, and you're gonna achieve something really big in 10 years, or maybe 5 years, if you're really good. So if you create any New Year resolution, you're gonna make it something you certainly can do it, and you can do it and make it consistent, and that is the base of your growth, and that is something it promises you to have something big achievement. So that's my message today. Thank you for listening, and I love you guys. Better habit, better life, and your habit will honor. I see you next episode. Peace. It doesn't.